Something strange has been happening to me over the last few months, and I still can't make sense of it. My mom passed away 2 years ago. A few months ago, my aunt, the one who always competitive, jealous, and cold towards her, also died. Now, my mom used to warn me that my aunt dabbled in her black arts. I laughed it off back then, but I don't anymore. After mom's death, my aunt's family suddenly turned hostile, verbally attacking me and my husband out of nowhere. Later, I learned why. There was a property involved, a big one. If anything happened to me, they'd inherit my share. Then came the Halloween night. Yeah, it sounds cliche, but what happened wasn't. We were at our weekend home, quite far from the city. I left the windows wide open that night, something I never do. And that's when I felt it, a pressure on my chest, a horrible female figure leaning over me. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. It felt so real. I was afraid to even open up my eyes, afraid of what something might be standing by my bed. My husband was restless too, tossing and turning beside me, something he never does. And somehow I knew whatever it was coming through that open window. A few days later, I saw it, a jet black cat with glowing green eyes wandering near our house. The caretakers hated it. It would sit on my windowsill just watching me. I tried to befriend it, but it never came close, just stared. Then I got sick, so sick I could barely get out of my bed. Doctors were baffled. Tests after tests, nothing explained it. Week passed before I could even feel half normal. And then, just as suddenly, my husband called. He visited the Kamakya temple, that powerful place in the hills known for tantric and witches. He performed a few rituals for me there. The next morning, our caretaker called in panic. The black cat, the same, the one that watched me for weeks, was found dead beneath the lychee tree. No wounds, no bite marks, no explanation, just gone. Coincidence? Maybe. But just like Oprah once said, there's no coincidences. So I'm left wondering what it was, bad luck, or did something far darker end when the cat did. They say when someone dies, their spirits linger if there is unsatisfied businesses. But what if that spirit doesn't live because it's tied to something darker or something that feeds on envy, fear, and bloodlines? The cat gone, my illness is fading, but some nights I still hear scratching on the window. That's it for now. Let's jump into story 2. The story I'm about to share isn't mine. It's something my uncle experienced many years ago, sometime around the early 70s, in a quiet village district, Jharkhand. He was a student back then, preparing for his matriculation exams. He'd stay up late studying under a dim lantern until the village fell completely silent. That night, around 1 a.m., he felt the urge to step out and relieve himself. There was a bathroom in the house, sure, but most villagers he preferred the open air, the cool night breeze under the stars. So he walked outside, and that's when he saw her. A woman in a white sari walking slowly along the lonely road. No one else was around, no sound but the rustling of trees. Curious, he called out, "Who's there?" Just a simple, harmless question. But what happened next froze him to the core. The woman stopped, then in a split second, she transformed into a black dog and bolted down the road faster than anything human. She vanished into the night. My uncle stood there, speechless, heart pounding, hands cold. He stumbled back inside, drank a glass of water, and didn't sleep a wink. The next morning, he told his younger cousin what he had seen. The boy's face turned pale, and he warned, "Never ever call out anyone you see alone at night, especially not a woman in white." Their conversation caught the attention of an old shopkeeper, a distant relative who owned a small shop nearby. He called my uncle over quietly and said, "What you saw was no dream. That woman, I've seen her too, every single night." He went on to say that she appears near the temple every night, not as a woman, but as a dog, howling until the temple prayer ends, then vanishes into the dark. My uncle was terrified, but also strangely curious. He thought about staying up again to see her, but that night he used the bathroom inside the house. Some stories from our villages sound like myths until someone you trust swears they saw it themselves. Was it a restless spirit, a shapeshifter, or something even older than the forest of Jharkhand still hide? Remember, if you ever see a woman in white walking alone the night, don't call her. Stay tuned for daily updates. Until then, see ya.